I have a question for you today. Well, actually, two questions. How much of your current energy is consumed by worries and past hurts? What could you achieve if you let go of that heavy backpack and shifted your energy? In today's episode, I want to talk about something that keeps so many people stuck in the past, and that is forgiveness. I want to talk about forgiveness and the power of the forgiveness. It's a word that we hear all the time, but let's be honest here. Forgiveness is hard, right? It can feel unfair, it can feel heavy, and sometimes even impossible. I can never forgive that person. Never. It's impossible. But what if I told you that forgiveness isn't really about the other person, that it is about you? That is about your freedom, that it is about your success, that it is about your love for yourself, your life. Because a lot of people think that forgiveness means excusing or accepting what happened. And I totally disagree. That is not true. Forgiving doesn't mean saying, well, it was okay, forgetting it, or letting that person back into your life. No, it means letting go of the weight that is holding you back. It means letting yourself free. It means choosing peace over pain. It means choosing freedom over resentment. Because when you hold on to anger, it doesn't hurt the other person. Just think about it. You are so angry with that person. Is that person in pain? No, you are, right? It only drains your energy and it keeps you tied up to the very thing that you want to break free from. And I know this firsthand because for years I held on to past pain and anger and frustration and thinking that by doing so, I was protecting myself. I was in control. I was in charge. I had the power. And I am a very stubborn person and that I don't give up so easily. So for me, that was if I would forgive, then I was giving up. And I would never do that. No. But I was so wrong because all I was really doing was keeping myself stuck. I was just draining my own energy and I just kept, wearing that heavy backpack with heavy stones for years. But the moment that I choose to and decided to forgive, to let go, everything started to shift. I start to feel lighter. I start to feel happier, more freer, more at peace, at ease. And that is exactly what I want for you. So, in today's episode, we're going to break down what forgiveness really means and why holding on to resentment and worry is keeping you from your next level. And most importantly, how to finally let go. So I'm going to share an exercise with you by the end of this episode. So just hold on. When we hold on to resentment or negative emotions, I would say in general, we're vibrating at a low frequency. Okay. And that energy attracts more of the same, more stress, more struggle, more situations that reinforce the pain. But when you choose to forgive, to let go, to break that chain, you start to shift. And you literally rise your vibration, your energy. And that opens the door to new possibilities, to more joy, more success. Because as I said, I used to believe forgiveness was a sign of weakness. And this is actually something that I hear from Um, Many of my clients, well, I cannot forgive him or her. Then it's a sign of weak. And I'm not weak. Yeah, you are not weak. Forgiving is actually so powerful. It's a strength to forgive. And it's the most beautiful, powerful act of self love you can give yourself. Because you are doing that for yourself. So when I chose to forgive, I immediately felt this shift. It was like shedding an old skin that I didn't even know that I was carrying. And let me tell you that I still remember the place, the date, where I was at when I decided to let go, to forgive. That freedom, that feeling felt amazing. I was no longer chained to the past hurt or regret or anger or frustration. I was taking back my power. Because when you choose not to forgive, you are giving away your power. You are not in charge. Your power belongs to someone else. Just think about it. If you think that you are in control by not forgiving, you are so wrong, my friend. But if you choose to forgive, if you let go and you do it for your own self, you are taking back your power. You are in charge. The two of the most energy draining emotions we hold on to are worry and resentment. Maybe, or have you ever found yourself, replaying old conversations, thinking about, well, I should have said this, or I should have said that, or stressing over things that you cannot change? You're sitting and worrying about the future, the worst case scenarios. That's worry in action. It truly is worry in action. The hard truth is, worry doesn't fix the past, and it truly doesn't control the future. Can you change the past? No, you can't. Maybe you wish, but you can't. Can I go back 10 minutes in this episode and have things that I said unsaid? No. What's in the past belongs to the past. You cannot change the past. You cannot control the future by sitting and worrying about what the worst case scenarios. It just steals your power in the present moment. And resentment works the same way. It's the same way. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. And the longer you hold on to it, the heavier it gets. And while you're carrying that weight, you're just blocking yourself from moving forward. Because when you hold on to all the negative emotions, such as anger, sadness, what happens is your body stays in a stress mode. And your brain keeps reliving the painful moment. And your body reacts as if it's happening again, right here, right now. And then over time, this drains your energy. This affects your health, of course, and that stops you from thinking clearly. Because the beautiful thing about our beautiful mind is that it doesn't know the difference between the past, the present, or the future. So if you keep replaying an old painful memory, an old painful event, your brain reacts as if it's happening right now, right here, right now. It doesn't know that it happened for 10 years ago. Absolutely not. It's happening right here, right now. And the same things go if you're worrying about the future. Your brain reacts as if it's happening right here, right now. That's why some people stay stuck in the same emotions for years. And I was unfortunately one of them. But when you forgive, when you raise your vibration, you shift into a higher energy, and that energy attracts more of what you truly desire. More peace, more love, more success, more money, more health, more wealth. So let go of the past. Do it for yourself, not for someone else. And yourself will thank you for it. The universe mirrors back what you put out there. The energy that you put out in the universe. So if you carry anger, if you carry, sadness, you attract more reasons to be angry and sad. But if you just cut it off, let it go. If you choose peace, if you open the door to everything you've been waiting for. So I would share with you a simple exercise or a process that I use and I teach my clients. Because forgiveness isn't just an idea, it's a process. And you can start by asking yourself, just take a moment and ask yourself, what memories still hurt when I think about them? Who or what am I still angry at? And what past experience do I keep replaying in my mind? And you just write them down because being aware of them is the first step, awareness. And then you need to change your perspective. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? How could this happen to me? Ask yourself, what did this teach me? Because every painful experience has a lesson. Maybe it made you stronger. Maybe it made you wiser. Maybe it made you more independent. And when you find the lesson learned, you take back your power. I always say, because I was so, for years ago, some years ago, I was so in pain when I used to talk about, my life, my upbringing, my childhood, because it was so much painful, so much pain and anger and trauma. And but now, when I have learned to change my perspective, I am so grateful and I am so thankful that I had to experience that because it made me who I am today. I am who I am today thanks to all the experience that I experienced in my life, all the events that I experienced in my life. I wouldn't be this wiser, stronger, more independent woman that I am today if I didn't experience what I experienced in my life. I changed my perspective. Was it painful? Of course it was. But I don't have any hard feelings anymore. I don't put my energy on thinking, why did this happen to me? I'm asking myself, what did this teach me? So you need to release the pain. That is the third step. You need to release the pain because pain is energy. And energy is always in motion. Energy needs to move. So the ways to let it or release it is you can sit down, you can take some deep breaths and imagine yourself letting go. Just imagine letting it go. And then you write about your feelings and allow yourself to release them. And you can just imagine how, cutting this invisible string that connects you to the past pain, just cut it in two. And then you need to speak it out loud. Tell yourself, I choose to let it go. I free myself. When you do this regularly, your brain starts to change. It must change. And you will start to notice that you feel lighter, you feel calmer, you feel more in control. And the fourth step is you need to replace all thoughts with new ones because your brain has been thinking the same way for years now. So you need to train to think differently. So it could be that every time your mind brings up an old painful memory, stop and say, that was the past. I choose peace. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes. So letting go of pain doesn't just help you feel better, it helps you to become more successful. It will help you feel lighter, feel happier, think more clearly, make better decisions, attract better opportunities, have more energy, more confidence, create better relationships. So, if you want to become successful in your life, if you want to become successful in your business, it's not about working hard. I always say this. It's about feeling aligned and powerful inside of who you truly are. And when you let go of all this emotional weight, you open the door for more joy, for more success, for more peace. Because holding on to pain, I will just, give you an exercise here, or I will show you something here. If you have a pen, okay, you have a pen and you hold your pen with a straight arm and you squeeze the pen in your palm with every strength that you have from shoulder down to your palm. Okay, and you squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, and you can feel the tension here. You can feel the strength, from your shoulder down to your biceps and to your hand, to your palm. And you hold on to that like for a minute or two. And I'm not going to do it this now, but just to give you a hint of what to do. And you hold on and you squeeze all the power that you have. And you can feel the pain, right? You can feel the pain. You can feel the pain, how it hurts. It's uncomfortable. And then I just make a decision and I just let it go and put my arm down. What a relief. I feel so light. Do you feel the feeling? So why holding on to that pen? Why holding on to that pain when you, in a millisecond, can make a decision to let it go and release yourself from the pain? Because no one was hurting, just myself. I was hurting myself. It's exactly the same thing with the pain, with the worry, and holding on to bad memories, the old memories. Just let it go because only you can make that decision to let it go. No one else can do it for you. And I promise you, you are the only one in pain. You are the only one who suffers. That person or persons, people, they don't care. They don't know that you are in pain. They don't think about you. And not only that, you cannot change what has happened. What has happened has happened. The only thing that you can change, the only thing that you are in control of is how you think, how you feel, and how you act right now. And by deciding how to think, how to feel, and how to act right now, it will dictate your tomorrow, your future. But you're thinking of bad events from the past, and your mind is thinking that is still happening right here, right now. It will become your tomorrow. Nothing will change. So you are you are stuck in this cycle of negative emotions. So I wanted to do something simple but very powerful. You choose one thing you've been holding on to. Maybe a grudge, maybe a regret or an old hurt, and decide to let it go. Even if you don't feel 100% ready, just say, I choose to let this go. I choose my peace. Because when you make that choice, that first step, you take back your power. And when your energy changes, your life changes. So if this episode helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And remember, you have the power to create the life you want. No one else has the power. And as always, keep shining.